Welcome back to ARC Tutorials. This is JavaScript Top 100 Coding Interview Questions and Answers. Today's question is how to find the average of the numbers in a given numbered array. Usually such questions are connected questions because it may have a variation like how do you find minimum in a particular given numbered array, or the question can be how can you find the maximum in a particular given number array. And today's question is related to that, which is how do you find the average of numbers in a given numbered array. Again, remember the logic. If you figure out the logic once, all the surrounding related questions can easily be tackled. This is question number 13. Let's get started. Before we get started, I'll request you to check out my ebook which I have published, which covers more than 108 JavaScript coding snippets that are asked often in interviews. Also, these coding snippets will help you crack and become a better front-end developer. Please do check out the book at arctutorials.gumroad.com. Alright, so the question is how do you find the average of the numbers in a given numbered array? To do that, we will again make use of array reduce method. If you notice, in the last 3 episodes we have been using array reduce method quite often, and the reason being that it's really powerful because it gives you that flexibility to manipulate the data we want with very less and minimum lines of code, and that is the power of this reduce method. So we will use that method to get the total count, and then we will get the length of the array, and then we'll divide it, we get the average. That's the logic part of it. Now let's go ahead and do the hands-on and implement it. Let's get started. So I'm opening up a blank editor just so that you know that I'm doing it from fresh. And as usual, let's have some IDs or something. It's a numbered array, so again throw in some numbers. Alright, so we got some numbers. So this is an array which has numbers. Now we are again going to make use of reduce method to get the total count. So we can set first total count is equal to, now we'll go ahead and say student IDs dot, now you see all the options of array comes up. We are going to use reduce method, and this takes two things, and that is a comma b, that is the previous value and the current value. And once we have that value, what are we going to do? We are going to just do a simply addition of it. Okay, so we are going to say a plus b. Okay, that's it. And remember that it's a predicate, which means it would start with a 0. Okay, so that's the important thing that we have to know. Alright, so here I'm going to say 0. That means it is starting with 0. Right, a good way to always do is to check whether you are getting correctly or not when you start writing code. So try to use the console log quite often. So you see the total is coming as 297, which is good. The next thing we want is the length of this particular array. So you can say array length equal to student IDs dot length. Again, some people may argue that you don't need a variable to store it, but I encourage people to have it as a variable because tomorrow if you want to change some logic, you can just change it right here. That would be much easy instead of 10 places. Alright, so now on to find the average, console.log. And what is the average? How do you count it? Total count divided by array length gives you the array. That's it. That's the logic. Let's run it and test. So see, the average is 42.42. Again, what did we do? We made use of the array reduce method. It gives us current value, previous value. In an iteration, it will keep adding that value. And what we get is the total count. Then we take the length of it. Then we divide the total count divided by length of the array. We get the average. That's the today's question that I have answered. Please do check out the ebook for more such JavaScript coding questions. The questions will really help you become a better developer as well as help you crack any front end or back end developer role. Check out the book at arctutorials.gumroad.com. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Ask me your doubts in the comment section. Thanks again for joining. See you in the next episode.